Greetings, this is Kevin Jefferson, father of the Forex family, followmytrades.com, here with an update on trade theory for Bitcoin, the indices, and gold for the week of February 16, 2023. So basically this week, I'm just going to show you where we are in relation to these different assets, specifically based on the analysis that I conducted a couple weeks ago. And I'll get right down to it so we can see how this is all faring right now. So this is the chart for the S&P, and I'm going to start with Bitcoin. So let me move this, make sure I have the script. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin chart. And if you recall, when I initially produced the video, price had was falling down in Bitcoin, and I said that 39,713.25 was a possible pivot point, reversal point, and price literally shot down through the 39,713 and reversed back long, as I mentioned that it would probably do. And I gave also a couple of different price targets. The first price target was 49,001 cents, and it blew through there. And then the second price target was 53,783.36. So price is approaching there now, and I'm expecting it to hit it. Today is Friday, so it may not hit it today, but sometime in the next few trading days, so maybe next week, I expect price to hit the 53,783.36. Now, at that point, price could slightly pull back and then continue higher. But there's also another possibility that price could pull back down and reset at the 49,000 level. And so we'll observe that. But right now, Bitcoin is still moving higher as we spoke to and as we expected. Now, the S&P 500. So when I mentioned S&P 500, price was at around the 48.30, 48.50 time for price point. And I mentioned that there will probably be some resets, some pullbacks along the way, but the price was really strong, and that you shouldn't try to fade this that new high, that new all-time high that occurred on the S&P 500. So what I see here is that the S&P 500 is still continuing to move higher, and there's probably at least one more push higher, on the S&P before it maybe reverts to the mean. And when it does revert to the mean, we'll adjust that price. We'll tell you what that is as well. 4809.74 was the first pullback point that I mentioned, but we have to wait to see where price stalls out, and then we can give a higher quality analysis on that. Now, the US 30, which is basically the Dow, that is actually getting a little weaker. It's technically pulling back off the downtrend. So depending on what happens today, it could return long again, but wouldn't be surprised if the Dow at some point, maybe not today, but sometime in the next week or so, actually retracts and pulls back into what I call consolidation. So price could drop on that as well, and it may drop to as low as 37,902.94. I'm not going to hold myself to that particular number because I've got to do a little bit more analysis, and it looks like the Dow may want to go higher today and break back up long, but right now it's actually giving bearish behavior, and it's not actually in an uptrend anymore, technically speaking. The NASDAQ is still tracking higher. It is still moving up, and it still has momentum, and I don't see it falling in the near term meaning in the next few days. We'll watch the start of next week and then conduct another analysis there to see how we're faring. So gold here, I mentioned once it had gotten to this point up here where it got up to the 2055.26 area, that would be a good buying opportunity. So prices obviously pulled back off of gold, and it's still a buying opportunity. So I do want to speak that as well. But what I want to do is actually say that should price close above 2018.45 or 2018.06, somewhere in that area for the day, that it will be a strong indication to go ahead and consider buying into gold again. And then that will be a considerable move, in my opinion, to where price should at least move up to the 2100 area, 2100 from where it is right now. So gold is still showing bullish, even though it's pulled back. And if it does close above the 2016.08 area today or sometime in the next couple of days, I'm definitely thinking that gold is a buy. So that's my analysis for the week. Bitcoin is showing stronger. It's pulled back like I asked it to, like I thought it would. It's moved to the first price target, and it's picking up steam to the second price target. The indices are still going strong. The Dow 30, US 30 is looking like it wants to give up some of the gains that it's gotten and maybe finish a little weaker here in the next day or two or three. And then everything else just looks like it's setting up to continue long. So just use that, as you will, as what you see, compare the notes with what you have, and use it to make the best investment and trading decisions that you know. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. And to my traders, happy trading.